Hi, I'm John Losing with the Prostate Awareness Foundation. The PAF is a nationwide nonprofit organization that raises funds and awareness and promotes education in the ongoing fight against men's prostate cancer. Each year, the organization invites cancer survivors, family members, and supporters on mountain climbing expeditions to some of the world's most important peaks, both domestically and abroad. Now, this year, the team has landed in Mount Shasta, California. It's a tough mountain to climb, but the men and women on this trip are up to the challenge, and we're inviting you to come along. Mount Shasta is 14,100 feet high. It's part of the Southern Cascade Range in Northern California. It's what experts call a big weather mountain, meaning conditions at the top can change in a heartbeat. This is July and it's been a light snow year, but there will still be about 90% coverage and plenty of snow and ice all the way to the summit.
The goal of these climbs is to kind of energize people and to show them what people who, like in my case, have had prostate cancer a long time can still do. This isn't a disease that you're necessarily going to get and die. That does happen, but it's rare. What we're showing is we can actually climb mountains, tough mountains.
These climbs are to honor all veterans of prostate cancer, both living and who have passed away. This year's climb, we named the Bob Boardman Memorial Climb. Bob was a social worker, a real activist, Boy Scout leader, soccer coach in Sonoma County, California. We just chose Bob because he was a good friend of a lot of us.
He was diagnosed with prostate cancer. It's about a decade ago. It was definitely like the first kind of big life-changing moment for me.
He had such a will and a determination to live. I mean, he lived with cancer for, I think, almost 11 years.
He really was a strong person, and he didn't let it get him down at all.
Okay, here we go, roping up for the western face of Mount Shasta. Nice balmy July morning. About 4 a.m., right, Jackie?
Hello, it's Jackie from New York.
So while guide Garrett fixes Quincy's crampon, get a chance to really see the relentless pitch. Relentless, doesn't end. Look at that. We're getting there. Ken, what's your impression of Mount Shasta so far?
This is a lot steeper than I thought it might be.
We climb because we can, right?
Nerves of steel.
Yeah, so like you said 15 minutes ago, hanging out in the sun. It's warm. We didn't really need a whole lot of jackets on. This lenticular cloud starts forming. So the mountain's big enough, it's starting to form its own weather. The wind's starting to pick up the moisture and spin it into a cloud right around the top of the mountain. We're in this cloud right now, hanging out.
We're in the thick of it.
We're in the thick of it.
Prostate Awareness Foundation, we kind of challenge guys really to take a proactive part in their healing process. Also in prevention, there's many things you can do to prevent this epidemic disease.
There's multiple fronts now with which to attack the disease medically, and this is new. Not only are the treatments multifaceted, and we have different ways of attacking the cancer, but they're also a lot reversible.
When we started first talking about this in '95, nobody was really talking about nutrition and exercise and some of those proactive components. And now everybody's starting to realize that they're critically important because there's such a high incidence of recurrence after conventional therapy. There's a time and a place for everything, but we all have to take a real proactive approach if we want to survive.
All right, that's a motley crew. Rob Boardman, at Caboose. Rob, Ian, getting ready for the final summit push. There it is, Summit Ridge. You did it, come on, way to go. Nice summit, all right.
I'm most pleased that the two sons, Rob and Ian, made it to the top of the mountain. I want to add my 15-year-old son also was one of the four who summited.
There's Quincy Zlotnick signing the summit registry. Holy cow, we made it.
We've come to find out that the guys that survive the longest after a prostate cancer diagnosis are the ones that have the most consistent and aggressive, if you will, exercise programs.
13 climbers tried to make it to the top of Mount Shasta. 4 made it, and we're proud of everybody. A lot of meaning to this climb. And for the survivors, for the patients, everybody who's struggled with this disease, this is for them. And we do it because we can and because others can't. But for the Prostate Awareness Foundation, I'm John Losing. Thanks for being along on this journey.
All of our services are free. We charge absolutely nothing for consultations. We have a mentor program nationally, and I should say internationally. And there's a newsletter. We have support groups around, and check us out.